Alright, welcome back everybody. So, didn't think I was going to be making a new build guide this season, but here I am with my Bone Slinger again for season 2. I started playing off Sorcerer this season, then they introduced the Ring of the Sacrilegious back to the game, so I decided I would try the Bone Slinger build as needs that corpse, auto corpse tendrils to keep going off to get enough blood orbs to make mapping feel good. So we're back playing it, and oh man, it's way better than season 1. Thinking of taking it into the AOZ and seeing how far I can take it. I'm not exactly sure how far this build will go. Right now it does tier 100s without any issues. I could do it while watching a video as long as I'm paying attention to where I'm going. There is a lot of abilities and mechanics going on with this build, and if you're not paying attention or not skilled enough to do the rotations, then you're gonna have some issues. But once you learn all the rotations and learn how to play the build, it's a lot of fun, and I think it's probably the most fun you can have with Necro right now. I haven't seen anybody really playing this build, and I don't know why, but right now I'll show you the power of the Bone Slinger Necro. Let's make sure my bossing setup's off first before I go into these mobs and wonder why nothing proper is happening. So right now we have 3 items that we swap out. We're swapping out, we don't need to swap out the amulet, but if we feel like we need more damage, we have a little bit of a better damage amulet here. Our main 2 items we swap out are these pants to Bolt Swill and this ring for the Sacrilegious, as we don't need the auto corpse generation and it just hinders us when we're trying to set up for damage. As you can see, you will see that the mapping is really good with this build. Bossing, I've been trying to figure out better ways to boss, but still haven't come up with the best way. The 2 items swapping right now is what I have right now for the best bossing setup, and I'll show you how it performs at the end here. But as you can see, we just kind of run through here. No, we don't really run, we kind of dash. We kind of dash just through the dungeon, spamming our Decrepify before we go in, dash in. If our ulti is about 10 seconds from cooldown, if we dash in with the Decrepify on more than 2 or 3 monsters, it's gonna go to a full reset. We'll be able to cast Blood Wave immediately, stunning everybody, knocking everybody back, and keeping us alive. We're tanky enough that we can kind of face tank a little bit of this content right now. Going into AOZ, I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to adjust the playstyle to a more ranged one. It is very possible to play ranged with this build. As you can see, I can play very far away, probably not even get hit if I really tried. It's just gonna be a lot less blood orbs, a lot less spamming your ulti, and won't be as quick. Right now, I can kind of just go through and not pay attention to what's hitting me, and I will stay alive as long as I am playing the build the way it's supposed to be played. Whatever you can do to make blood orbs is what you're trying to do, and you just sit there and keep spamming your blood lance to consume the blood orbs to cast your bone spirits. If you ever find yourself without your ulti, you're not sitting in a very good position, and you probably did something wrong. Every pack you go into, every monster you're fighting, you're gonna have to use your ulti to get any damage in. You can use the same monsters more than once to dash through. You don't really even need to pay attention to where you're aiming your ultimates, as they will just make blood orbs so much. You're just going to want to try to aim them into the open areas. Alright, was hoping that was a curse shrine. Just kind of run back here and see what's here while this runs out. as we're not trying to clear this with ease. We're trying to show you guys a good demonstration of how this build plays out. And make it as hard as possible. We're not using any elixirs. We're not trying to boost our damage or our character in any artificial ways. So when we get into the AOZ, we can always boost up a little bit and know that we can get a little bit stronger. I don't know how else you can play Bone Spirit properly. The ability is very heavy to use, and I think this is the quickest or best way to play Bone Spirit for mapping without doing a full gear swap at the end. I don't think I can actually get a good self-casting Bone Spirit out of this build without switching to some sort of overpowered Bone Spirit build. We're at the boss here. Take this off for that. We'll swap that, go in. Our main goal is to create as many blood orbs as possible before going in for our final damage window. We just cast Hemorrhage and Blood Wave. Corpse Tendrils for the damage, and then we just cast as many Blood Lances as possible. You kind of just rinse and repeat, try not to get puddled. You just do this over and over again. You're not in a lot of danger unless the boss can one-shot you. You're still pretty tanky without your overshield. That's the build. A little sneak peek on how it's played. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll come out with a build guide and better explanation of how the build is played. Right now I just wanted to kind of throw this out to you guys and see if you guys enjoy it or not. If you guys do enjoy it and want to see the build guide, please like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.